Yeah, I look a little funky, don't I? I am at a new park, new to me, called the Bosque Trail, the Bosque River Trail. And we're going to explore it on I'm not going to be talking very much because it is extremely windy. Sorry about that, I had to push up my glasses. I'm keeping my other hand warm. We had major storm last night that brought the temperatures down big time. So it's extremely windy, and it's only going to be reaching around 60s, the lower 60s. And as I've said before, I freeze pretty easy. Now I've got two thicker pieces of clothing, and I am freezing. I had to choose a place that did not have any storm in it because it was hard. It was hard to find a place that was going to be sunny. So anyway, without further ado, let's go on ahead and see what this place looks like. So here we've got the Bosque. The Bosque is a small river, but a long one. Up here, we've got the park rolls. We've got a pavilion over here, so let's see what's at this pavilion. And we've got benches here. Right now I wish it was summer, hot. I reckon it's now fall. So we might see some deer and some bobcat, squirrel, of course. There's squirrels everywhere. May see skunk, the possum, the turkey, raccoon, and coyote. It says wildlife of the Bosque River. So over here we have got a little rock bench, which is cute. That's cute. It's got writing on it. Candace Medeiros. Special person, a special face, someone we loved who can never be replaced. That's beautiful. We've got a bike rack. Man, I would love to be remembered like that someday. Of course, if I ever passed away, I would never know if I was. Alright. So, according to the All Trails, it said that it's about 3.8 or something like that. But on a review, one person said that if you go to the end of the pavement, that it comes out to be more like 5 miles. So we will see. Another person had said that even though it's in a rural area, because there is so much foliage and stuff, it really makes you feel more like you're out in nature. There's a lot to see. So I have to say, so far what I see here, I mean, we just began, but what I see, it's definitely a nice place for exercise, for a good walk. One person had mentioned that it is a nice place for a good workout. So we've got an old street lamp. Not as old as the ones at Cameron Park, but they're old. And here we've got a hay field. That's not part of the park, but it's cool that it's marked off that the park is beside it. Then we've got a garden house there. I'm sorry I'm not zooming it in. I'm keeping my one hand warm. Boy, it is so windy today. Very windy. Which isn't unusual. Texas seems to be windy on the whole part. At least so far, all the areas I've ever been. But I think today is the exception to the rule because of the storm that blew in last night. It was crazy. Like, I have got it set up that I get weather advisory through the weather channel. And it said severe weather warning. So I ran outside and looked, and there was a blanket of cloud, just a thick blanket of cloud all the way across the skies that was shooting. We've got benching. It was shooting lightning all over the place. I mean, it was crazy. It was similar to the one that I had filmed when we had tornado warning. But there wasn't any tornado warning for last night. But boy, it was a crazy lightning storm. And, this was around the time for me to go to bed. And so I finally laid down. And Miss Bouncy likes to sleep with me. When Papa starts getting ready for work, she knows it won't be long that Mama's going to be going to bed. And so we go to bed, and normally she lays right down and starts to go to sleep. But this time, no. She was restless, and she kept looking toward the window. And now this dog normally is not afraid of storm. And we didn't have any thunder yet. It was just the lightning. But at one point in time, she even yiped like something hurt her. I mean, she was frightened out of her wits. And so I just stayed on the alert side, listening closely to what was going on outside because it was extremely windy, and paying close attention to my dog because, like I said, normally she's not afraid of storm. But within time she finally settled down, went to sleep, and so I was able to relax myself. But by this point in time I finally started hearing the thunder and then the downpour of rain. Now so far, as you can see, there hasn't been very much to see. Like, we've got trees and brush on this side and the hayfield on this side. Maybe there will start being a little bit more to see here. But anyway, the Bosque River Trail is here in Stephenville, Texas. And as you can see, it is a good hiking, good walking place. It said that there's bikers and things like that, so yeah. As you can also tell, there's plenty of shading for rather hot days, so shouldn't be too much of a concern of getting overheated. I don't know if it was caught in the footage, but they did have a porta potty. I know it's not exactly a choice thing, but if necessary. What little bit I have seen, Stephenville is just a nice little country town. It's my guess it is kind of a proud place, you know, of its own rights and things. And on the whole part, like, getting here is all country, like, not really busy city or anything. It just farm, ranches, and country. You know, we still have this, but as it is called the Bosque River Trail, and as it happens, I mean, I could see a little bit through. We are following the Bosque River. It is good to see that they provide plenty of benching, because it also looks like there are quite a few walkers and joggers, different ages, so benches are good. If you are the kind that prefers to just walk on a track, you don't want to try to hike on a trail or anything, here we go. Oh yeah, look here, a dry part of the river. It just seems like the poor Bosque doesn't get a break and flow. Well, it will a little later when it starts being rainy season and stuff. It will then. It will start flowing. Closer to home is another park. It's not really a park, it's just a track. There's no park to it whatsoever. And the majority of the Bosque there, it hardly flows anywhere. It just puddles. So it's another part of it. As you can see, it's just puddled. But wait till it really starts raining and stuff, it'll start having a natural flow to it. Poor Bosque. The other thing about this park is there is a section which is set up for RV, has electrical plug-ins for your RV if you want to just camp here in an RV. So yes, there is RV hookups as well. So that's nice and convenient. Next door, which I guess could possibly be another part of the park, is a ballpark area for soccer and baseball, things like that. It looks like it's a pretty good setup. Just kind of a community park, so to speak, set up so that there can be different events, and then all the homies come and walk, and you know, all the cool things about a park. It really makes it nice and enjoyable. So there's another porta potty here, and like I said, might not be the most favorite choice, but if necessary, it's good to know that they're handy. When you gotta go, you gotta go. I know we didn't already walk 3 miles, which is crazy. I didn't turn on my Under Armour. Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be recording this. Yeah. Actually, it might be a good idea that I'm not. And my phone is already down to half. And my Fitbit's running. So yeah, we've only gone 1.2 miles. Not much. I better not run my Under Armour. I don't want to lose the power on it. Wow, look at this. Okay, so you go from just being a regular old park to walking out into a residential area. But the track continues on. Okay. That is really a weird setup. I've never seen a park track go through a residential area. Never. It is odd. But it continues on. I think now we're by a horse farm. This is quite a neat setup. I've not ever known anything like that before. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't any others like that, but wow. This is just wow. Oh, we've got cows. They look more like ox. They may be ox. Or they've got hoods on them or something. I don't know. What do you all think? Anyway, they've got beautiful colors. Some more horses. Here's a smaller horse. A bigger horse. I think that's actually similar to a Shetland pony. I don't think it's going to get any bigger. I love horses. I am big on horses. I love horses. So yeah, they got a nice little farm here. More benching. You got a little, guess you can see the wildflowers there. Got that set up for you. Oh, they've got it set up for hummingbirds over there. So yeah, little garden spot. It says natural landscape and prairie restoration. So that's cool. That's cool. Get back over here on my side of the lane. As you can see, it's marked. I think mostly that's for the benefits of bikers. It's similar to the track that was by that railway. It's starting to warm up a little bit. It's still windy, but it's starting to warm up, which is making this a little bit more comfortable. Looks like and all of the wash at Bosque almost dammed itself. Wow. Let's look at this. They removed the map. How in the world anyone's supposed to ever know where they're at finally? Good job. Good job. Oh well. The bench was donated by the study club. Look here. Washed out. Good thing they got the cement down in deeper. That lamp would have fallen. Here, okay, here we've got an overlook, bike rack, bench. So let's see what view they give you with the overlook. Metal grills. Oh, I guess that's to keep them from rotting and anybody going over. Now see, this is something to look at right here. Looking at this, you would think that the Bosque is flowing. But as you could see, the different spots I showed you, it's not necessarily true. They provide plenty of trash cans, which is awesome. You know, that lookout right there, it's good and cemented. It's been supported. Pillars underneath and everything. Even with the washout, they've got it set up. It's pretty decent and it's strong. But that kind of pissed me in mind of this incident that had happened at this park. Now, I don't know if it was in another country or if it was somewhere here in the United States. I don't remember. Seemed like the ones that talked about the incident had an accent, but I'm not positive. But there was a particular park, and they had put an overlook, and all it was a simple platform that they had put stilts underneath and everything so that it overlooked a cliff. And there was this group of hikers from a club. It might have been I don't think it was a Boy Scout club because there was boys and girls, but it was some kind of a group. And they went hiking, and of course, when you go hiking, if there's an overlook, you want to step onto it. And they did. Now, there was some that was lagging behind, but there ended up being like maybe 10 or so, 8 to 10 or so that ended up on that platform. And the ones that was lagging behind, that was it right up with the group, they said that they heard a snap and a crash. And when they caught up to where their group was supposed to be, the platform was gone. They looked over the edge of the cliff. The platform had dropped out from underneath the group, and the group landed in the ravine that had craggy rocks. There were some who were greatly injured, others that was paralyzed, and the rest were literally killed. They were crushed underneath the platform on the rocks. So they done an extensive study to see what happened. The platform was not properly anchored, and there wasn't enough support beams on the underside. And with the rate of all those young folks on that platform, it caused it to do a teeter-totter effect. And it plummeted over the cliff with them. Some of them who had sustained severe injuries in the fall passed away later. There's only a few that can talk about the incident and knows what happened. But what was really found out in the investigation was that the contractor didn't follow the blueprint very well, and had cut corners for the money and for the time. Didn't want to take the time out to make sure that it was built secure, and managed to pocket the money for a job that was not completely well done. Now, that platform had been there for a couple years, And you know, here and there, people getting onto it to overlook the cliff and stuff took its toll on it. So when you ended up with that many young people on it, that's just too much. And it was sad. It was sad. That's what made me think about it, though, that cement platform. And it's greatly anchored from the beginning to the end. You know, if things are going to be built for the public, there better be strict safety and inspections done, and not have it open to the public until it passes completely. That was an incident that could have been prevented. Anyway, I have let you see quite a bit here. I'll get back with you and see if there's anything else fascinating. Okay, here we're at a parking lot. Looks like the park continues. Okay. Looks like this place is under development right now. Part of it. Well, overall, I can definitely say this park is okay. It looks like it's fairly new. The cement is still pretty well fresh. I mean, you know, it looks clean, which means it's not been here for a long time. Like I said, I will recommend this for people who just wants a simple walking track. And it is the Bosque River Trail in Stephenville, Texas. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. You all have a great day.